Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Inspirational Corner with your host, me, Stylisha Bolton, where we encourage you here to live bold, live loud, and live authentically without apology. So, this is episode for everybody. Those that's listening in, thank you again. I'm excited. And today I just wanted to talk about creating a life you love. Since this is a week of love, Valentine's Day is this Friday. So whether you're single, married, in a relationship, or in between, love is always such a beautiful thing to celebrate. So today I wanted to give you 35 things that you can celebrate and enjoy about creating a life you love. I believe it's so important that we just don't exist in life, that we do our same routine over and over again just to get the same results. And that, you all, is called an insanity circle. And sometimes we have we are so caught up with just doing the same things over and over again that we don't see the small beautiful things in life that we pass up every day, like a beautiful bird flying, or a beautiful tree standing, or flowers blooming. And if you're up north, flowers may not be blooming, but the snow is beautiful because I'm originally from up north. However, I spent so many years playing the game of comparison, wishing my life would be different or magically change, instead of having gratitude and being grateful for the beautiful life that I have now, and the beautiful life that I've been blessed with, and the beautiful life that God gave me. And sometimes we'll wish that we was somewhere else, that we lived somewhere else, or that for or if some reason, excuse me, if some reason that our life would be better. But I think when you start focusing on your life now and loving the life that you're in now, you will see a different result. And when you become aware of the fact that you have the power to change your life, when you start appreciating your life and loving your life, you can change it. The choice does not lie outside of you, but it lies within you. So I'm going to give you 35 things that you can think about to help you create the life that you love. Or if you don't love your life, maybe these things will help you learn to love your life. So, number one, be grateful. It's so important to be grateful. Number two, create a routine. Now, I just said don't get stuck in the routine, but it's so important that you create a routine, because when you do create your routine, it helps you be organized, and you can always deviate from that routine and be spontaneous. Break your routine. I know that sounds a little contradictory, but when you create a routine, you can bend the rules, have a little fun, and then break your routine. It's so important to get out of the humdrum of life. Number four, write down your goals. The new year has already came in. We're the second month into the new year, and some of us have lost sight of our vision and our goals. So it's so important that you go back to your goals. And I would suggest that you look at what you've written down for your goals at the beginning of this year, that every month that you do like a self-assessment or a checkup, and check in with yourself and see, have you been meeting your goals. If not, that can kind of refresh. You can kind of refresh yourself to go back and say, let me stay focused on my goals. Number five, write down your dreams. Dreams are so important, but what's really important is that you make your dreams a reality. That's why it's so important to write down your goals, like I said in number four. Number six, be intentional. If you are going through life just floating around and not having any intention, you're going to live a mediocre life. And I'm sure that was not what you want. That would not be a life that you enjoy, because this episode is about creating a life that you love. Number seven, make a list of what you love to do. We have focused all the time on what we hate to do and what we don't want to do, but we don't focus on what we love to do, what makes us feel alive, what brings us joy. This weekend, Sunday that just passed, I was tired. I didn't really want to do nothing. I was just felt like I was just beat down from the week prior. However, I decided to show up for myself. I took a walk, a nature walk, and it was the best thing I did. And seeing the water, the ducks flying, and well, not ducks flying, birds flying. Excuse me, because ducks don't fly, but birds flying about it just re-energized me, and I sat and read my book and just looking out at the water and seeing how the sun was glistening off the water. When I came back from the walk and got back home, I felt so re-energized. So that makes a difference. When you make a list of what you love to do, it's going to re-energize you. Number 8, start doing what you love. That coincides with number 7. When you start doing what you love and start showing up for yourself, you will start creating a life that you truly love instead of saying what you don't like and what you wish you had. Number 9, be fearless. Now, it's hard to be fearless, I will say that, because we all fear something, but not allowing your fear to stop you from pursuing what you want to do. That's the key. Being fearless is not about not having fear, but it's about still moving and going forward in spite of that fear, not allowing your fear to paralyze you. Number 10, be kind. In this world that we live in, especially now, it's important for us to be kind to each other because we don't know what each person is dealing with or going through. Number 11, love more. Simply put, simply the way it should be. The more we love ourselves, the more we can give love and love other people. Be spontaneous. It goes back to the routine. It's okay to sometimes to do something out of the norm. Sometimes we don't want to tap into our wild self. We all have a wildness within. And sometimes we spend so many times and so many years in our life suppressing our wild within. And I think it's so important to tap into the things that where you want to let loose. You know, I love to travel, so jumping on the road, getting on the road, going to a distant land or going somewhere different, whether it's a different city or state, it's fun to me, and that's part of my rebellion and part of my wild. Long as it's not hurting anybody else, that's the important part. So I think we all need to be a little bit wild or be a little bit spontaneous and tap into that rebellious wild side of us, because that keeps the spontaneity in our lives. Number 13, make yourself a priority. I know Valentine's Day is coming up, but if you don't love yourself, no one else can love you. So I think it's important that you make your love journey a priority, and your self care, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and financially. Those are different aspects of self care. So it's so important that you make yourself and make those things a priority. Number 14, implement a self care routine, whether it's a morning, night routine. Make sure it's not only outwardly, but it's inwardly as well. Self care starts within. So, a mental checkup, emotional checking up on yourself, how you feel physically, spiritually, and especially financially. Number 15, be productive, not busy. We all say, "Oh, I'm so busy, I'm so busy." And we live in a world where busy is glorified. How about being productive? And being productive does not mean you have to do anything. Sometimes it's simply just resting. And resting does not necessarily mean sleep, it could just be you sitting in silence for 5 minutes and enjoying the silence, or driving in your car without music. I did that today as I was headed to work, just driving in my car to relax mentally. Number 16, meditate. This is one of my favorite things. I meditate often because it's important in my life. Number 17, pray. That's another thing that's important for me. Prayer can help you navigate through the ups and downs of life. Number 18, read more. Reading will open you up, your mind and your heart, to a new world. Sometimes you don't have to travel. If you read your favorite book, or if you're not into reading, that's okay too. But if you are, when you read, it will take you to another place. It will take your mind to another place, even if it's just reading your favorite magazine. 19, smile more. A lot of people don't smile. They will look mean, they will look sad, or like the weight of the world is on their shoulders. Sometimes just smiling will change your entire mood. Number 20, look for serendipitous moments. Serendipity is so important. Those are great things that were unexpected that happened in your life. So look for the good moments in your life. Look for the unfamiliar, uncertain things that happen to you in a great way that you didn't expect, like getting a check in the mail or somebody buying your lunch. That was a serendipitous moment because you didn't expect it to happen. Number 21, be confident. Confidence will change your life. And so it's important for you to work on your insecurities within, so you won't lash out on other people because you have not dealt with your issues or wounds or not healed from things in your past. So be confident about who you are and what you are creating in your world and how it's affecting others. Number 22, spend money on things you love. I think it's important to save, but I also think it's important not to deprive yourself of things that you love. When you deprive yourself, you're not helping yourself. When you deprive yourself of the things that you love to buy that makes you feel wealthy or abundant. Like I spend money with buying books and in self personal development because those are things that I love to do. I love spending money on certain holidays because that makes me feel good. It makes me feel abundant. Number 23, make new friends. Making new friends is a great thing. Getting out your comfort zone instead of just knowing people because staying with people that stand in your little comfort zone, stand in your little circle of the same old friends. It's great to get out of that and meet new people. One thing I told myself this year is that I don't want to just to keep the same friends because of history, because I've been knowing them for a long time. I want to connect with other people, and it may not be meant for me to be their friends forever, but just having associates that are like minded like me or like the same things that I like will get me out of my comfort zone and to help me meet new people. Number 24, spend time with your loved ones. I think that is so important that you make time for the people you love. I think sometimes we will take advantage, or we don't understand how important it is to take the time to spend time with those that we love. Sometimes we take the ones we love for granted because we think they're gonna always be there. But you know, giving your mother, your daughter, your son, your husband, you know, um, different family members love and just embracing them, your friends or whoever, just embracing them. And if you're a guy, your wife. So I just think that's those things are important. Your spouse, embracing them, that's important, and tell them that you love them, and just giving them a kiss and just letting them know that you appreciate them. That's important. Number 25, celebrate your life, whether it's a big victory or a small victory. Celebrate everything that you have accomplished in your life. And this week, I challenge you to celebrate something that you love about yourself. Number 26, say no often. Having boundaries and having standards are important. And that's a lesson that you're going to learn as you go through life. And I still am learning about boundaries and having certain standards. And they fluctuate and change as you continue to grow. So it's important to say no to things that just you don't want to do or that's going to stretch you. So I'm learning to say no to stuff I just don't want to do, no to things that I know I'm not going to do, and saying no often to the things that waste my time or drain my energy, and say yes to the things that I want to do. D- Number 27, don't explain yourself to others. It's not meant for everybody to understand who you are. So when you waste time explaining your life journey to somebody else, basically, like I said before, you're wasting your time. It's not up to somebody else to understand your journey. We all have different blueprints of our lives that only God knows the beginning, the middle, and the end. So it's so important that you stay focused on your journey and in your lane and not feel like you have to explain to every person what you're doing, what's going on in your life and why you're doing it. What is not meant to be understood needs no explanation. The only person that needs to understand is you. So stop explaining yourself. Number 28, stop seeking validation. This is so important. And I used to do this a lot, and I'm sure we all have done it. When you learn that you don't need validation from others to be great and to live extraordinary life, that will change your life. And that is an ongoing journey and lesson that I'm currently going through, and I'm sure a lot of people going through. But I stopped seeking validation from people years ago. And the older I get, the less nonsense I'm tolerating anyway. And I don't need other people's permission to be who God called me to be and to be myself. I don't need another person's permission. So stop seeking validation. You are enough all by yourself. Number 29, mind your own business. And literally, minding your own business will change your life. When you learn to become so laser focused on your life, you're not going to have time to focus on what other people are doing, whether it's on social media, not on social media. When you are so appreciative and grateful for your life, what other people doing, what they are not doing, or what they are doing won't even be a concern of your own. I'm telling you all, minding your own business has changed my life, and I'm happier for it. Number 30, cultivate a sacred space for yourself. Find some time to slow down. Take the time to find a place where you can get away and listen to your thoughts. I believe that we spend more time running away from our thoughts than finding a sacred space to listen to what we're thinking, to calm ourselves down. So I think it's important to get away. You don't necessarily have to go on vacation. You might want to do that, but just finding a secret place for yourself, a hidden space for yourself that's important to you where you could get away and listen to your thoughts and just filter through your day. I think that's important to create a sanctuary for yourself. Number 31, be mysterious. You don't have to tell everybody everything. I'm a firm believer in that. I let people think what they want to think about me. Unless I'm telling you, you would never know. So I think it's important that being mysterious is important. We live in a world where we tell everybody our life story. Unless that person's a therapist, don't spill your entire life story to somebody. If you need to talk to somebody, that's that is what professional, excuse me, that is what professional trained people are for, and they're called therapists. And I have had one of those more than once, and I enjoyed my therapist. It's important to express yourself, and if you need to get stuff out, make an appointment with a therapist. That is definitely what they're there for. And anything that you tell a therapist will be confidential, instead of telling somebody or telling a stranger on the street or even family friends, and then your personal business is no longer personal. So get a therapist if you feel like you really need to talk to somebody. 32, travel more. Self explanatory. The more you travel, the more you get out of your comfort zone, the more you will meet yourself in another distant land. Traveling, I'm telling you, it has changed my life. I've been traveling since I was, what, 19 years old, 19, around 19 or 20 years old. And it has truly changed my life. And it has shown me how beautiful the world is. No matter what the news say and all the negative things that may be going on in the world, there's a lot more beauty in the world than negative things. So travel more, even if it's to another side of town in your city, do it. 33, laughed often. I think I don't laugh enough. So it's important for me to not be so serious and uptight anymore in my life. I just want to laugh more. I want to spend more time laughing just about life in general, because sometimes we take things so seriously. And if we think about it, things are not that serious. As long as we are still living, are still breathing, are still able to work our purpose in the world. When you laugh, it makes things more light-hearted. So laugh often. Number 34, delete some people and things in your life. Sometimes you have to let go of some people, things, and stuff that does not work for you anymore. It does not have to be a drama filled disconnect. It's just that as you grow and develop and want different things for your life, certain people, places, and things no longer feed you the way you need to be fed because you have grown or upgraded to another level. So it's okay to delete some people and things in your life. And it doesn't have to be any drama, no anger, no frustration, no falling out. It could just be a peaceful letting go. And the last one, 35, add some things and people in your life. I know that's contradictory, but as we delete some people, we can add some people and things to our life and places to our life that will help us become the person that we need to become. Because as you deleting different people that no longer work for who you are now, it's going to attract different people in your life, places, and things. So, with that said, I hope you enjoy my list of 35 things to help you create a life that you love. Like I said before, Valentine's Day is coming up, and I hope you all enjoy the holiday. And whether you single, married, or in between, it doesn't matter. I think this is the perfect time to focus on love and to love yourself abundantly more and more every day. I think there's not enough love spread throughout the world, especially in today's society. And so, with that said, I want to leave you all with a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt. The purpose of life is to live it, to taste, experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experience. So I hope you reach out for richer and newer experiences on this week. Until next time, everybody, have a beautiful day and remember to live bold, live loud, and live authentically without apology.